Ryan, your opinion on the current status of Hegseth and what is going on right now with Donald Trump's cabinet appointees.
I think that Pete is probably the only one who's on the cusp. I think the pressure campaign against Joni Ernst may be effective, but he is the one that I think is probably the most problematic. Maybe Kash Patel is going to have a little bit of a tough time. RFK Jr. has to answer for a lot of questions. For everything that RFK Jr. has said that makes a lot of sense, he has said some things that are very, very strange. I think the rest of them, honestly, though, are pretty good. And aside from Pete, the other ones are more likely than not.
So what do you have to make about some of the Senate Republicans that are fighting Hegseth despite being from very deep red states?
Listen, I think that a point of a Senate confirmation is to ask tough questions. I think it's very important to do that. Had Republicans not asked tough questions, Harriet Mier would have been on the Supreme Court. So it's not a bad thing to ask him tough questions and to sit there and have your own conscience of your vote. But the point of a cabinet secretary is not that they are confirming their own cabinet secretary to believe their ideas and their policies. It's to say, are you qualified for the job? And then it's Donald Trump's decision, just like it was Obama's, just like it was Joe Biden's, just like it was, George W. Bush's. So the litmus test shouldn't be, does this person have my shared ideology? It's, can this person do the job? Which is a very, very important, question. And it raises some concerns over some other nominees. But I don't think that that's what they're questioning Pete over. I don't think the question over Pete is whether or not he can do the job. I think a lot of it is a lot of questions into his personal life that have really nothing to do with the position. And the blackmail and the smear campaign is really to embarrass him more than to ask if he's qualified.